Happy Saturday and welcome to the Ramashram Satsang Weekend Workshop, where you will learn a modern Satsang method for obtaining peace, light, and love in your life. My name is Shivangi and I will be introducing the facilitator for today's event. But first, I would like to give you a brief overview to the Satsang session. If you'll direct your attention to the screen, you will see that the first element is Satsang. Satsang is a scientific method whereby we may obtain peace, light, and love in our lives. It requires no physical skill, spiritual accomplishment, or meditation experience to begin this practice. Satsang consists of two words, Sat and Sang. Sat means positive energy, and Sang means to be with or to be in the presence of. Therefore, the word Satsang means to be in the presence of positive energy. The next element is meditation. Meditation is an important part of satsang. When we meditate, our consciousness is drawn from worldly objects and directed inward to focus on a single thought. In doing so, our minds become calm and our thoughts become pure, leading us to higher states of consciousness such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. Inner orientation. There are two types of satsangs, inner satsang and outer satsang. An example of aura satsang would be chanting or attending pilgrimages. When we practice aura satsang, we have the potential to change our behavior. But it is only through the practice of inner satsang can we obtain higher states of consciousness such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. This is the type of satsang we will learn today where we meditate in silence. Group sessions. These weekend workshops are structured for group participation. When we meditate as a group, our focus is improved and our personal progress along our spiritual path is expedited. By regularly attending these weekend workshops, the benefits of group participation are amplified. Joy and inner happiness. All beings wish to experience joy. Joy is the eternal longing of the soul, but it is only through the practice of inner satsang can we obtain a joyous state. Each time we practice satsang, our inner happiness gradually increases, ultimately culminating in a state of joy that we experience 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Next, the agenda for today's session consists of three parts: the informative session, the practice session, and the interactive session. During the informative session, a lecture will be given about a satsang topic, our founder, or some relevant spiritual topic. During the practice session, instructions on how to meditate will be given, followed by a brief period of practice. During the interactive session, you will have the opportunity to ask questions or there will be a panel discussion. And now, I would like to introduce the facilitator for today's event. He has over 40 years of satsang experience. He is the grandson of Guru Maharaj, the founder of Ramashram Satsang Mathura. He was born into the satsang family where he has witnessed his family members obtaining states of enlightenment and lived lives of peace, light, and love. At an early age, he began traveling with the mission throughout India, facilitating satsangs. During that time, he witnessed the positive effects that satsang could have on mankind. Upon arriving in the United States, both he and his wife continued to facilitate satsangs for local satsangis. He has led teams of satsang members in translating important satsang literature into English and has worked tirelessly to make satsang more accessible to Western and English speaking audiences. He currently travels throughout the United States, India, and England facilitating satsangs while maintaining his duties as a husband, a father, and an IT executive. Today, he will teach us a rare and ancient form of satsang as taught by our Guru Maharaj. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Sanjiv Kumarji.
Thank you, Shivangi, and happy that we are here in Satsang. Happy Saturday. So we will practice Satsang shortly, but probably in 10 minutes. And the whole idea is that we bring the entire energies of the universe and embody. And we have been doing this for a long time. This morning, I kind of woke up and I wanted to ask myself and all of us, that if we are embodying this transcendental energy, the energies of the universe, do we feel abundant? Do we feel complete? So today, the discussion before we go into meditation, or my talk and then discussion follows after the meditation, I guess, is about abundance. You know, we say meditate on abundance, manifest abundance. You know, the question is, are we, one, are we feeling abundant? And two, what are we doing to get there? So the first question would be, you know, what is abundance? So maybe if we could try to define it, abundance is not how much we have. It's the inner experience of sufficiency, the felt sense that I have enough, I am enough, and I am complete. And I'll tell you, actually, in the West, in the East, I mean, there's a lot of talk about this, but do we, you know, walk the walk as well? The feeling of abundance is, or, you know, it's like, it's a mindset thing as well, right? So if the mind is overflowing with restlessness, comparison, not enough, then no amount of money, praise, or success can create abundance inside. So, you know, this story I had probably read a while ago, just came to me in this context for some reason. So a professor, you know, visited a Zen master, and, you know, obviously very, he was full of ideas, ambitions, and so on and so forth. And he goes to the Zen master and he wanted to know, and he asked some questions. And the Zen master said, okay, let me pour you some tea. And he started, you know, picked up the kettle, start pouring the tea, and the cup became full, but he kept pouring. And obviously it started to spill. The professor, for some time, he watched and said, hey, stop, the cup is full. No more will go in now. The master smiles and says, you are like this cup, so full of ideas, assumptions, wantings. You know, how can I show you anything unless you first empty your cup? And interestingly, you know, sometimes abundance, so the peace, light, love we talk about is all inside of us. But somehow, what is spilling out is not the peace, light, and love. You know, there was, I think my father or Panditji Maharaj used to talk about a story which was slightly different version of this, but a kind of a Buddha story. You know, somebody very well-to-do went to Buddha and you know, kept asking him that I want to learn, you know, to be at peace. I have everything, but I feel so unsettled, restless, and so on and so forth. And, you know, so I think there was this, and this is again my interpretation, but I felt that because Buddha felt that he was not in the receiving state, he would just make some reason and let him go back. But he kept coming. So one day Buddha said, okay, I'll come to your home tomorrow. He went there and he said, could you bring me some pure, milk? And said, yeah. I went in, got some milk. He says, Buddha brought some, bowl, which was absolutely dirty. And he says, can you pour the milk into this? And this, I was like astonished, and he hesitated. But Buddha said, no, can you pour this? It's like, it is so dirty, this milk will get spoiled. So he said, the same thing with you. You have, if you want to receive what you want to receive from me, first you have to cleanse yourself from inside. So in the context of abundance, I want to go back to yam and niyam. We have talked about in terms of, the 4 out of the 8 limbs that Maharishi Patanjali talked about, like inner orientation, concentration, meditation, and higher consciousness is the focus of satsang. Yam, niyam, asana, pranayam, which is the other 4 of the 8 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga. The other 4 are said to be like, you will follow those if you do the meditative practices, which is inner orientation and concentration, meditation, and higher conscious states. So if we go to the yam and niyam, there's one of them called Santosha, which is feeling contentment. So contentment doesn't mean that I don't want growth. What it means is that I'm not hungry for more in order to be feeling okay. So abundance is the felt experience of sufficiency, and Santosha, or contentment, is the inner capacity that makes sufficiency possible. So without Santosha or contentment, the finish line keeps moving. You rise to the next step and fear of maintaining it comes in. You go to a new milestone, the pressure for the next one increases. So, there are 2 more yams that are worth mentioning here. And so there is aste, which is not stealing. And now again, if I was feeling abundant, why would I, and stealing here is not the literal meaning. It's like just the feeling that somebody has more, and I would like to have that one way or the other. And believe it or not, in today's world, it's more common than it appears. So, then there is aparigrah, which is, not hoarding. So it's basically, like you're clenching to something, you're holding it tighter, you accumulate, you control. But more we cling, the more we fear the loss. And the more we fear the loss, the less abundant we feel. So no matter what we own. So abundance is not always about adding, it's often about unclenching. In one of my talks in India, I said materialism has not given us peace. It only increases our desire to get more and more. And, we live in a the capitalism is institutionalized greed. It's like, somehow, like today I was thinking, the feeling of abundance is also, the way the society is structured, things are. So what happens is, what's scarcity? It's there is another story, but for another day. But it's like money is man-made. It's finite. 1% owes the 99% of it. I'm digressing here, but so the 99% will fight for the rest. It's a man-made phenomenon. That's how we have created scarcity and lost the feeling of abundance. Anyway, food for thought. It's the whole idea of, that I will get this will make me feel abundant, or I will get this that will make me happier, I will get this that will give me peace, is a mirage that you can keep following all through your life. That's your choice. Or at least for a few moments, all of us just, connect with an abundant source of power, energy, and whatever else, and just feel complete. And for that time, just forget about the rest. So that's what we'll do. So, so the idea here is that we feel in the presence of transcendental energy, as Shivangi was mentioning. Satsang. Sat is transcendental energy. Think of energy of the universe, the powers that we cannot fathom. Feel the presence of that. A conscious source of that energy is right here in front of you, with you, and in form of light, transcendental light. And this light is entering our heart, completely filling it with this energy, power, and this, light is enlightening our heart, and then, distributing throughout our body. And we are becoming the light. We are getting completely and totally immersed in this light. So whatever other practices you do, any yoga exercises, breathing, etc., you can do before or after mindfulness, etc. At this time, just focus on this, observing this transcendental energy, which is in form of light from a conscious source, enters your heart and then distributes throughout your body. and you're getting completely and totally immersed in it. Mind, will naturally just wander away. And, it takes some practice. And in my experience, group sessions help a lot. So just don't worry about what's running in your head, or, the monkey mind is not coming to, this observation of this transcendental energy in full light that's entering your heart and distributing throughout your body. So every time your mind moves away, just bring it back to this thought and this thought alone. That transcendental energy in form of light is entering your heart, enlightening it, and then distributing throughout your body, and you're becoming completely and totally immersed in that light. We'll start with music that helps concentration, and music fades away and we go into deep silent meditation, and then we transition out with music. So let's start. Happy Saturday. Um, Glad that we are here in Satsang. So I was just thinking that, I always say that post meditation time is all yours. Put your video on, audio on, ask questions, share thoughts, comments, any experiences. Initially, we did that for um, even before the meditation, but that sometimes causes, I felt that especially online, it's better to have a controlled, you know, um, switch over into meditation mode and get into meditation. And now it's time to absorb. So, you uh, speak or not, you put your video on or not, you're all welcome here always. And my grandfather, who started this in 1930, his thing was like, this is not a religion, not this, not that. It's just a family where you don't even have to register. It's just come in and out, but you're always welcome, always respected, always, I think this is a collective energy that helps each other. That's the whole intent. Um, you know, um, on that note, I'll pause. So, Dayal, thanks again for coming on the video. How are you?
Good to see you again. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Sorry, were you saying video before the meditation was not something you
No,
wanted?
no. See, initially I was like, welcome, exchange.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I found that conversations would go in places where it's not very conducive to a very good session. So it kind of kills the purpose. And then on Zoom, unfortunately, there are people who can pop on and just disturb the entire thing. So we controlled the, who
Gotcha.
can engage up front. That wasn't, like, that wasn't the initial intent.
Right.
Then we had to do it.
Yeah.
And then I found that it works, so, but it's with all due respect to everyone. It's just, we want to make the best out of the time here, right?
Right. No, I appreciate the communication there and the flow. It feels good from my side at least. Yeah, I think the one comment I'd say on today's topic around abundance is something I think I tend to struggle with. So, not going into a lot of detail, but just when growing up, didn't have a lot of things. So you kind of had a lot of joy and peace as a kid with very little. But that becomes a formative mindset that, abundance can lead to waste
No, 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 no.
yeah, so it just, yeah.
Yeah. See, the thing is that where we are coming from, if you rewind slash move way back, Guru Maharaj 7 volume 28 chapter book starts with, we are all pure bliss, period. Right? It's we forgot that, right? So now, because of and our experience could be this or could be that, but I have met very, very well-to-do people, very affluent people, very unhappy. And then there are people who struggle and, luck comes with it, but they get a mindset which a lot of others won't. So how the human growth happens is a very deep topic in itself. If there is no need to grow, we will not grow. And if we get stuck in, certain mindsets, so there's a lot of talk these days about growth mindset. It's what I've learned is that, you could be, materially very poor, but spiritually absolutely abundant, and vice versa. Right? It's what is right or wrong is up to you, right? Or what do you want to? What's where your attention goes, where your intention goes, where your focus goes in terms of. But to me, it's like. Even like when I was watching some TED Talks on abundance, they talk about the mindset. And I am saying that mind is still not me. Brain is not me. Body is not me. I am blissful. I am abundant by, it's like my real nature is pure. When I was a child, I think somehow I learned these things I can unlearn. So, but anyway, it's a deep topic. We, unlike most of the other animals, have a far more developed brain, which is a boon and a problem at the same time. We can look at ourselves. We grow with our experiences rather than, hey, it's like just sleep, eat, and, it's just this much limited experience. Our experience is phenomenal. Our ability to learn, ability to even it's a very interesting thing how in the same house, in the same family, in the same quote unquote level of abundance, one grows with actual feeling of abundance and the other one doesn't, because their experiences were different. So we learn through the experiences. And what I have learned is, like, through satsang, meditation, mindfulness, you can change how you not just feel, how you live. And what, even that is not important. What is important, I think, is at what level do you live? Level of being. Am I at a higher state and operating there, or am I at a lower state and operating from there? And they're very different. Mm-hmm. And that is I have talked about that in my own ways, which, sometimes is more foreign than, so it's like, but anyway. Hi, Heather, how are you? Oh, you'll have to unmute, I guess.
Okay, I figured it out. Thank you for hosting this. I have been trying to come and join the group for some time now, and really glad that I was able to attend today. I started meditating and exploring this path of life in 2024, and I really enjoy it. I use a lot of guided meditations. I've been branching out and trying meditations such as yours, and I just have such a hard time quieting my mind. Um, and I do
Join the club.
And I set myself up and I prepare mentally. And when I recognize that I'm going on a flow of thoughts, then I take a step back and I say, oh, there's that, and refocus, and I can maintain that empty mind for a little while, sometimes longer than others, but I think that's part of being human.
I would count my blessings and run. If you are getting some moments of peace and quiet, it's an achievement. Believe me, I'm telling you of my own observation as well as observing thousands and thousands of people. It's a tough one. It's I think there are few things that can help. So what I'll you do it or not is up to you. I will just give you some homework. If you decide and see if you can practice every day for at least 3 weeks. Okay, and I'm telling you, it will be for beginners. This can be a tough one, but what I'm saying is, like, for me, what happened was I was born in this family where, you go here, there is a satsang, you go there, it's a satsang, and if you don't go for a month, then there is another opportunity. If you don't go for 2 months, there is another opportunity, and so on and so forth. Even like I came to US and I thought like, oh, this is over, but no, it actually, we were 4 of us in the 90s. We used to just meet in New Jersey off and on. And then it became more regular, then more regular. Now, New Jersey, DC, Bay Area, Toronto, so they're like, meditation is still, I think, I feel, be it India or US or, other places, it's still a minority community,
It's growing, which is really nice. I'm actually in Virginia, 2 hours south of DC, and there's a meditation center in Richmond, about an hour from me. It's really nice.
I am in Oakton, Virginia, so you're not too far. We can
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I was saying, if you make a place and time, right? So because we are creatures of habit, if you create a habit over a few weeks, I think it will start falling in place. That's one way. Another way is like group sessions. I'm telling you, group sessions help me so much. It's like my life.
I do enjoy them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a meditation corner that I've set up in my house. So I'm sitting in it now. It's covered in, I've got my hanging chair and my candle, and there's a stained glass window here. And yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. So what you will see is, like, as you meditate, and I'm not kidding you, it's like, like when you go to a church or a temple or, mosque where people have meditated for ages, there is this, you feel peaceful there.
Mm-hmm.
This corner will become like that.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
I am telling you, I have felt like, and I can go on this, but it's
Well, I
so
appreciate you. Thank you.
so this is all about practice, and obviously you have to follow some guidelines because people underestimate, the transition. So transition in and transition out. So in one of the guided meditations, I was just listening while walking dogs. It was that don't hurry into a meditation and hurry out of meditation. So hurry in is like you have to switch from whatever is going on in your head into a very steady state, right? So music, nice, peaceful music helps.
I do use music. I also use controlled breathing, which I find
Yes,
to be
yes,
very helpful.
yes. So that helps. And even listening to a very short clip, which is inspiring, that concentrates your mind. So something that will switch you over by taking the attention away from whatever else is going on. So quick bite of that, and then go into deep silent meditation if you're practicing this one, and then transition out. So don't hurry out of it, in the sense that you actually absorb what you have embodied. So take a few minutes coming out. So this time is that time for us. Very good. Laura, how are you? Or Jen?
Speaking of slow transitions, I'm going to transition out. So thank you again for this weekend. Hope to see you next weekend. Take care.
All right. Very, very, very glad that we were here in Satsang. So light, love, and peace be with you.
Great. Before I leave, actually, just one quick question. I saw somebody made a comment around a community page. I'm actually in the Bay Area as well, so I don't know if there's somewhere I can find resources for additional things, and especially the meetups on the weekends or whatnot. But is there a website or a community page?
Yeah. So actually, I was planning to go there. Let me see if I can show you that. I'll probably email it, but it's
Yeah.
home.ramashram.org. Let me show you.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So,
Oh, nice.
yeah. So this is what we have. We have a traditional set of digital assets, but this I've just pulled together for this community. Beginner's Toolkit is where I think I'm kind of trying to get to, where the thought process is that I give a space for exploration to people, like orientation, even one-on-one sessions, a course which is a 1-week course that we have already pulled together, and then this workshop, community, and then a 5-week course, because what I was describing with Heather, I want to kind of take people through 5 weeks so that they build this practice, which is deep and consistent. And then a newsletter, which is already out there on Substack, Satsang. It's Satsang. Satsang.substack.com. This is just came out, Why Begin at the Heart. This is my father. Referred to one of his stories there. It's meditating on the heart. And yeah, and YouTube channel is a little, I need to go to the creating more videos and podcasts. Podcast is not there out there yet. So, but you know.
Okay, great. Well, thank you.
Yeah, I put a lot of time into that last year. Hopefully this year we'll see things moving.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll check out those resources.
Sure thing. Yeah.
Bye.
So 11:15 already. Okay, so anything else before we wrap up? Anyone? Right then. So Omkar, anything?
Nothing weird. I was just thinking like peace and joy, can they coexist?
Yeah, Christy kind of, thank you for the topic. All right, so Heather, no worries. It was glad that we were all here. Love, light, and peace be with you, and see you all soon.
Namaste, bhaiya. Bye, everyone.
See you next week.
See you next week.